Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Figueroa. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping them.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the tailback. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a -yard gain.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job of gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, five-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking to fire. Flips it out in the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Their opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Reels it in down the left side. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State for the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The ball back, and here comes the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job of the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. handoff to the lone back.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from the 50. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Boise State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags. That trip back to southwestern Idaho. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on first down. Looking left. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him to football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think look on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Figueroa. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. Using his feet. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
to the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. He'll take it himself. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Coming out with it, it's Figueroa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State.
Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on their roster. But David, now you've got to go out and prove it. And I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back, and I think the coach is going to be like, all right.
There he goes. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting him.
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Powers through the defender. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs, because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive line. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
3rd and long. He's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They want to run this quarterback. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal when you have to lay out and you have to reach that football. You could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incomplete.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Oh, a lot of space. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Floats it out in space. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Lost, the defense is wide open. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They want to throw it. Looking to scramble. Finds space on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. On the move. Turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. And he comes up with a massive play right there.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Intercepted deep in his own end. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big game. Breaks into the open. Running to Green. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. The give to the back. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
I knew it was hot out there, but apparently it's fried the coach's brain. They've got the punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone from the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes it past the marker. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down, still moving. Turns it on down the left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'm Not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.